Can you recall where you were when you actually heard the Declaration or Chamberlain's speech?
Oh yes, yes. I was at home on my own on the Sunday morning, and I heard Chamberlain's speech on the radio, and I'm sure I stepped outside the house. Lots of neighbours were out in the street chatting and wondering what it was all going to be about. And suddenly the air raid warning sounded, about half an hour after Chamberlain had stopped speaking. It seemed rather alarming.
Yes.
It proved to be a false alarm, didn't it? But whether they did it purposely or not, I've never known. For some time after the bombing started, my father and sister and I, my mother had died in 1939, and we went down into the shelter in the garden, the Anderson shelter. But that became pretty boring after a time. We decided to sleep in our beds. And one night, in my bed, I heard a bomb coming down, and I rolled under the bed, and that didn't take long, I assure you. And the bomb exploded, I don't know, maybe a mile away or half a mile away, I have no idea, but some distance off anyway. So I heard the explosion, of course. But that was the nearest I came to being actually bombed. The house next door was bombed, and that was very seriously damaged, but our house didn't really take any serious damage, and we were in the cinema at the time, so we missed it.
Right.
That was lucky too, wasn't it?
Yes, yes. Why the Air Force and not the Army or the Navy? What was it that made you decide Air Force? Was it because you witnessed the Battle of Britain?
Well, it was because of, I think, the Battle of Britain. Obviously, the RAF was very much the in thing, wasn't it? Mm. Anyway, the army had been defeated. We didn't have an army. Mm. They'd lost all their tanks and armoured vehicles in France, hadn't they? I mean, it took them a few years to get built up again. Obviously, they started out and did a big job in North Africa, but there wasn't actually a victorious army to join, but there was a victorious RAF, wasn't
right,
there?
Yes. Okay.
At least they won the Battle of Britain.
Yes. Was your motivation to fly, or was it to go to war, to get back to Germany? What was driving you at that point?
You don't have to think about motivation when your country is under attack. The Germans wanted to invade us, didn't they? And they nearly did. I mean, we've read since that Fighter Command might only have lasted another 2 weeks had they not switched to bombing London from September the 7th, I think, that year. September 7th, 1940.
So it was a sense of patriotism, you think, that drove you to join?
Well, you could call it that, but we didn't think about it in those terms. It's just the obvious thing to do. We will fight them on the beaches, we fight them in the hills, you know.
Yes, yeah.
There wasn't really an option, because if you're under attack, you've just got to, you don't have to think about being patriotic. You just know there's a job to be done.
Yes.
You know, it's automatic. Young people today would respond exactly the same way, I haven't any doubt.